The Light is Nigh by Sudhamahi Raghunathan. A theatre company was performing in a small town to people from all walks of life. The king and his retinue were also present. It was customary for them to begin performing in the evening and continue until the early hours of the morning. The audience would participate in the performance by showing their appreciation with cheers, asking for encores, as well as by giving impulsive and valuable gifts to the company. The troupe was performing with all its vigor and charm. But the large porcelain bowl kept for donations was empty, even though it was soon going to dawn. The manager knew how this affected the morale of the performers. The bowl was not just a receptacle for remuneration, but also a source of motivation and pride. So, looking at his wife, the lead dancer, he said, "Ma, pramadi nishatyaye, do not stop, light is nigh," meaning the night is closing in. It will be dawn any time, so do not give up. Ensure a strong finish. His words were loud enough for everybody to hear, for no sooner had he said this, a cloud seemed to lift from the audience. The prince, who had been sitting erect, not at all relaxed by the performance, jumped up and dropped his valuable chain into the bowl. The princess, who had been sitting in a trance, got up with a smile and dropped her expensive necklace into the bowl. Most surprising was the reaction of the monk, who had been sitting as though in deep thought through the performance. He picked himself up slowly and deliberately and walked toward the bowl. Much to the amazement of everybody present, he dropped into the bowl his only possession, a Navratan Kambal. This is a blanket highly valued for its warmth and gems embedded design. Now the king was both surprised and shocked. "What is this?" he asked himself. "Suddenly the bowl is brimming over." Once the show was over, the king asked, "Why, my son, what prompted you to give away such a valuable chain which I got made specially for you? And if you were so inspired, what made you wait so long to give it away?" The prince said, "I have a confession to make. The lust for power has been dominating my senses for quite some time now. It has even led me to consider seriously the idea of killing the king, my father. When, however, I heard the words, Ma pramadi nishatyaye, I was shaken out of my foolishness. The sun is about to rise in my life, and instead, here I am thinking of committing a crime that would make me repentant for the rest of my life. What a mistake! These words saved me from a grave error." The king now looked towards the princess. The princess answered, "I felt that my parents were taking no interest in getting me married. Hence I wanted to run away with anyone who would have me. These words brought me back to my senses. So I felt that in bringing me back to the right path, the service these words did for me is far greater than the value of the necklace." It was now the monk's turn. He was neither aspiring for power nor for romance. What then could be his motivation? "Sire," said the monk, "I've seen long years of penance. Of late, I've been feeling that I'm getting nowhere. I've been contemplating going back to my domestic life." When the words "Ma pramadi nishatyaye" fell into my ears, I realized I was giving up just when I could begin to reap the fruits. As a token of gratitude for having saved me from this ruination, I gave away my blanket, which is really of no value when compared to this act of kindness. So, says Acharya Mahapragya, Ma Pramadi Nishatye is a sutra which inspires those who hear it. Today may be tough, but the metaphorical tomorrow is very close. To have the patience to wait is the secret to success. So too for us who are now getting so weary of the lockdown.